There are almost infinite ways to prepare a cup of coffee. Let's explore some of the most popular. For all of the following methods, there are some general recommendations which are always valid. Use fresh roasted coffee beans and choose them wisely. Use freshly ground coffee. Use good quality water and filter it if you can. Now, what are the differences in coffee extraction methods and what effect do they have on its taste? Espresso. Espresso is made by forcing hot water through finely ground coffee under high pressure. You need an espresso machine and an experienced operator to make it properly. What are the key steps? Preheat the espresso machine and portafilter. Fill the portafilter with freshly ground coffee as fine as flour. Level it off and tamp it down evenly. Lock the portafilter into the machine. Start the extraction and let it run for about 25-30 seconds. When properly extracted, the espresso should have a rich golden crema on top. Enjoy your espresso immediately for the best flavor and aroma. Espresso typically has a strong, intense flavor, a creamy texture on top, and a rich and complex aroma. Its richness and intensity varies according to the roasting level and the freshness of the beans. A good espresso will have a good balance of acidity, sweetness, and bitterness, a dense body, and a long, persistent aftertaste. Drip coffee, also known as filter coffee, is quite simple. All you need is a drip coffee maker that pours hot water over medium coarse coffee grounds. A balanced recipe requires 60 grams of coffee per liter of water. We recommend washing the paper filter before placing it into the basket. Then fill the machine up with water and turn it on. Depending on which machine you're using, the brewing process generally takes around 5 to 10 minutes. Tip: store your brewed coffee properly. If you have leftover coffee, transfer it into a thermal flask to keep it warm and fresh for a longer time. Avoid leaving brewed coffee on a hot plate, as it can become bitter over time. Drip coffee tends to be smoother and more mellow compared to espresso, with a lighter body and a cleaner, crisper taste. It typically has a pleasant aroma that is less intense than espresso, but still showcases the aromatic qualities of the coffee beans. Alternative: you can prepare a cold drip coffee by melting ice cubes over the coffee for 8 to 12 hours. The fragrances and aromas are sweet and bright. Cold brew is probably one of the easiest brewing methods possible. It's made by infusion, steeping coffee in cold water for 12 to 24 hours. We need our coffee ground as coarse as possible, like flakes of salt. We put them in a large jar or pitcher with a coffee ratio of 1 to 4. Stir the coffee gently to ensure all the grounds are fully saturated. Let it steep at room temperature in the refrigerator for 12 to 24 hours, depending on how strong you want it. Strain the cold brew mixture through a fine sieve or coffee filter to remove the grounds. Dilute the concentrated cold brew with equal parts of water, milk to taste. Serve the cold brew over ice. Cold brew coffee has a smooth and mellow flavor profile, with low acidity and a slightly sweet taste. It often highlights the natural sweetness of the coffee beans and has a medium body with a smooth, velvety texture, as well as rich, pleasant aromas. It's ideal for hot days, but can also be appreciated as a cocktail ingredient. There is a whole world to explore. All you have to do is experiment. What is the most common brewing method in your country? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you for being part of our coffee community. Join our exclusive initiatives through our newsletter. Let's create positive change together.